According to ancient legend, the origins of the city that would eventually become Istanbul date back to around 600 BC. A Greek explorer named Byzas led settlers from the city of Megara to establish a new colony at the entrance of the Bosphorus Strait. Before beginning the journey, Byzas reportedly visited the famous Oracle of Delphi, who cryptically advised him to build his city opposite the land of the blind. When the settlers finally arrived at the Bosphorus, Byzas understood the meaning behind the prophecy. On the Asian side stood the town of Chalcedon, whose founders he considered blind for failing to choose the far more strategic and beautiful European shore. It was there, on a triangular peninsula overlooking the waterways between Europe and Asia, that Byzas founded the city of Byzantium, the ancient predecessor of modern Istanbul. Whether the legend is true or not, Byzantium quickly developed into a prosperous Greek trading city thanks to its remarkable location. Positioned between the Black Sea and the Mediterranean, it controlled one of the most important maritime routes in the ancient world. The city adopted many of the classic features of a Greek city-state, including temples, marketplaces, defensive walls, and an acropolis overlooking the harbor. Over the centuries, Byzantium became caught in the power struggles of the ancient world. In 513 BC, it fell under the control of the Persian Achaemenid Empire. Later, during the Peloponnesian War, the city was contested by both Athens and Sparta. Eventually, Byzantium lost much of its independence after being absorbed into the growing Roman Republic during the 2nd century BC. Under Roman rule, the city became known by its Latinized name, Byzantium. Although it retained much of its Greek culture and identity, the city became firmly integrated into the Roman Empire. However, in 193 AD, during a brutal Roman civil war, Byzantium made the mistake of supporting the losing side. This brought the wrath of Emperor Septimius Severus upon the city. After a lengthy siege, Severus captured Byzantium in 196 AD, heavily damaging its defenses and punishing the inhabitants. Despite this destruction, the city was soon rebuilt. Roman forums, baths, arenas, and an early version of the famous hippodrome were constructed. The hippodrome would later become one of the city's most iconic landmarks, serving as the center of public entertainment and political life. The greatest turning point in the city's history came in 324 AD, when Constantine the Great emerged victorious from another Roman civil war. Seeking a new imperial capital for the eastern provinces of the empire, Constantine selected Byzantium because of its strategic location and immense defensive advantages. In 330 AD, Constantine officially renamed the city Constantinople, meaning City of Constantine. This marked the beginning of a new era. The city expanded dramatically beyond the boundaries of the old Greek settlement. Massive walls were constructed to defend the growing metropolis, especially on its vulnerable western side. Grand avenues, palaces, forums, and monuments transformed Constantinople into one of the greatest cities of the ancient world. Constantine also enlarged the hippodrome, where thrilling chariot races between the rival blue and green factions captivated huge crowds. The emperor himself often attended these events, using them to maintain popularity among the people. At the center of the city stood Constantine's Grand Forum, crowned by a towering column bearing his own statue. Perhaps Constantine's most important legacy, however, was his support for Christianity. Over time, Constantinople evolved into one of the leading centers of the Christian world. By the end of the 4th century, Emperor Theodosius I had declared Christianity the official religion of the Roman Empire. And Constantinople became the seat of the powerful patriarch of the Eastern Church. Even after the Roman Empire formally split into Eastern and Western halves in 395 AD, Constantinople continued to thrive. When the Western Roman Empire collapsed in 476 AD, Constantinople remained as the surviving imperial capital of what historians now call the Byzantine Empire. By the 6th century, during the reign of Emperor Justinian I, the city had reached the height of its glory. Constantinople became the largest city in the world, home to over 500,000 people from across the empire: Greeks, Romans, Armenians, Syrians, Egyptians, and countless others. However, in 532 AD, disaster struck during the infamous Nico riots. What began as unrest between rival chariot racing factions soon exploded into a massive rebellion against Emperor Justinian himself. Much of the city was set ablaze, including the original Hagia Sophia Cathedral. After brutally crushing the uprising and killing tens of thousands of rebels, Justinian seized the opportunity to rebuild Constantinople on an even grander scale. He commissioned the construction of the new Hagia Sophia, completed in 537 AD. With its enormous dome, glittering mosaics, and breathtaking architecture, Hagia Sophia became one of the greatest wonders of the medieval world and the ultimate symbol of Byzantine power and Christian faith.